The boy is brushing his teeth. I looked up and saw that I was gone. He was so taken aback that he thought he was hallucinating. Back in the mirror it was real. It's a superpower of invisibility, imperceptibly, come to a positive, on a teenage loser. His name is Xiao Shuai and he is 13 years old, with his superpowers, tried every dream imaginable at this age. Of course, there are some you don't think about. Here's a code word for you, type 1527 on your keyboard. What's your superpower? And now the little handsome guy with the superpowers walked into the women's bathhouse. He was infatuated with the beautiful women in front of him. One of the most attractive to the eye is the school flower, and now I can finally peek in the open. Just as he was fascinated, a bath towel came flying. The shape of a man was reflected in the clearing, with the girl screaming. Little handsome shy escape. He didn't get fired because mom was a cop. Mom says you have to take your time with girls. The little handsome sat in silence. He is eccentric, and eccentric personality and upbringing are inseparable. He grew up without a father. At school, he was always the big guy and the fat guy in the class, bullying the girl you like. Little Beauty also dare not confess, only in secret. Soon May's Halloween party is approaching. Little handsome took out all his savings, just enough to buy a cheap costume. But the boss secretly told him to wear the suit. You can have superpowers. The little captain was skeptical, but had no choice. At the dance, May took the initiative to chat with him. Just when the little handsome is proud, the big guy and the fat guy secretly took a video of Beauty come to light. Little handsome embarrassed to escape to the bathroom. He shouted at the mirror to make me disappear. The next minute he's really disappeared. Transparent little handsome rode to school. He entered the classroom invisible. The teacher and classmates did not notice. Facing the big guy who often bullies him, he put a dead hand on it. He slipped out the pistol from the big man's bag, took a shot at the teacher. The teacher was terrified. The young man quickly threw the gun to the big man. The big man was aggrieved, but could not tell. The teacher was furious. Find the principal and arrest the big man. Little handsome export evil, secretly happy. At last, he followed the teacher to the office, secretly changed his blank test paper into a full score. Wish fulfillment. He came to the playground again, found the fat guy who used to bully him. Little fat is taking part in a tennis match. Can go through a small handsome operation. The little fat's pace became estranged. Lost the game straight away. Back home was bitterly reprimanded by dad. Little handsome a snow before shame mood is good. On the other side of the little handsome's mother received a call. Little handsome's classmate, Fat, suddenly disappeared. Several students mysteriously disappeared from the school in a matter of days. This has attracted the attention of the school and invited a psychologist to give lessons to the students. Then the small handsome stealth ability attack. He put on his hat and hurried home. The secret of invisibility was discovered by my sister. My sister was very scared, but he promised to keep it a secret. So mom didn't know. One day my mother and a friend were on the phone to tell the secret that handsome is not his own. Invisible little handsome heard all this, could not bear it any longer. He went to the beach alone to swing. He wanted some peace and quiet. I just met May, who was walking by the beach. Not only was May not afraid, and made contact with this ghost, they became friends with each other. That smiling face is a sign of their love. Class on alternate days. May drew the smiley face in the notebook. This makes little handsome excited. He seemed to know that the ghost was handsome. And the clever sister read the brother's mind. Encourage him to love by saying it aloud. So it was a dark night with a high wind. The little handsome set off with a lot of money. He came to May's training base, but then an accident happened. Girl was practicing balance beam when she was shot with a tranquilizer gun. He was taken by men in black and carried off on their shoulders. This scene, just come to find him to confess the small handsome C. He rushed angrily to stop it, but a thin body is no match for a bad man. I lost the battle with a hairline fracture. May is taken to a secret laboratory. After the test, turns out May's not who they're looking for. So he was put in a room. Little Beauty, surprised to find, it's where the missing students from the school were kept. The other side of the little handsome very blame. He worried about the safety of small Beauty alone to ride to the seaside. Suddenly a blind man appeared in front of him. Tell him I'm your father. Little handsome face, paling there. The blind man began to recall the past. A river spill, 20 years ago. Those who survived became powers. A mysterious organization to take advantage of these people. They arrested them. Blind people are among them. Then he met Mary, a beautiful woman. Two people fall in love at first sight. Love soon formed. Xiao Shuai was born. To keep handsome from falling victim to the lab, they decided to escape. But it's on the way out. Little handsome mom. He used his ability to be invisible to draw away his pursuers. Lose one's life. Little handsome's father escaped with little handsome. Left him in front of a policewoman's house. Soon little handsome has grown into a man, while he inherited his invisibility from his mother. Said the blind man left his mother to small handsome invisibility cloak. Give it to him. After the small handsome stealth, no longer need to run naked. Too late to think. Put on the invisibility cloak and go to the rescue immediately. May accidentally met the big man on the way. The big man rode along with a helmet on his back. The scene is especially dramatic. At a critical moment, enemies become teammates. The two men set in motion a rescue plan. May sent out a distress signal in the air. The big man is responsible for diverting the target. Small handsome opportunity, stealth into the laboratory. He uses a fire extinguisher to stun the guards once he learns the terrain, then threatened the staff with a gun to open the door. Little handsome managed to save the friends. Finally, Little Beauty and Little Handsome finally get together. End of story. Guys, if you had the power to be invisible, what can you do?